What's up, everyone? This is Medical Device Matt. Today I'm really excited to talk about three things that kind of came to my mind when you're an undergrad looking for a future career, be it a medical device or really anything, or even if you're on the pre-medicine route. Last week I was down at UCLA speaking about my experience in medical device, my college experience, and looking back, here's our three things that I would do. First and foremost, I graduated from UCLA with a neuroscience degree. I graduated from the best university, the #1 public university, and you could apply that to any school you graduated from. That means a lot to me, right? So I look at my neuroscience degree and it doesn't limit me. It's not that, hey Matt, you can only be a neuroscientist or a neuro research technician. My degree is more than that because I am from UCLA, the best school. And I'm not trying to brag, but wherever you went, you got to look at that. I went to X university, it was the best university, and I learned so much. I have an amazing degree in a technical aspect, but I learned more outside of the classroom. And let me tell you an example. For example is, I worked in medical device 9 years. Do I use neuroscience in my cardiac job? Not really. There's a little bit, yeah. In neuroscience, you study chemical receptors and electrical transmissions, which is somewhat related to how the heart works, which is solely electricity. I did learn a lot about biology, but I learned a lot outside of the classroom that helps me in my job now. And there's many things, right? The social skills, showing up on time, working in groups, delivering on projects, and a lot more. And I also have a very strong background, right, in the sciences from my degree. The next thing that is really hard is you got to look at your whole resume and come up with your story and your why, right? You're not just, your GPA, your academic degree. There's more to that, right? So I always suggest to people to look at your college experience as a way to hit high marks academically, but also balance yourself out. Look at ways you can engage clinically. Can you be a part of the hospital, right? Is there ways to work with patients or physicians to get exposure and experience there? Is there ways to do academic or clinical research? At UCLA, there's a lot of ways to join labs, to work on the bench and have that exposure. And then lastly, we talked about doing well academically, clinically, and doing some sort of research or project. One of the most important things is being involved socially, right? Building good friends, having a good support group, and really enjoying the 4 years or however long it takes of college, right? You learn so much outside of the classroom, and you don't always need to put your head down and drive towards this goal and only do things to augment that, because social relationships is part of that. You also have to look at your story, right? And one of the hardest things at a young age is coming up with your why, finding your why, and being able to authentically share that with people, right? It's extremely difficult. I think later on I'll do a video on how to kind of discover your why and develop that, but I'm going to sympathize with you because it's really hard to come across authentic to someone about why you want to go into medicine or why you want this job or why you want that. But my biggest recommendation is you can't copy my why, you can't copy someone else's. You probably can for a couple interviews, but it'll catch up with you and you're going to burn out, or you're not going to be fulfilled or loving what you do. So sit down with yourself, come up with your why, and let that be your guiding light. The last thing is really for all the undergraduates about to enter the workforce or if you're actually looking to change jobs, it's daunting. No one knows what they want to do, and that's okay. Some people say they know what they want to do, and there's probably only 1 to 3% that does. Our career path isn't going to be a perfect vertical line. We're going to explore new opportunities, take on new jobs, and we're going to move through our life and career as our needs and what we want changes, right? So my biggest recommendation is to breathe. Look back at whatever university you graduated, the best university, to give you this awesome experience, and you're going to sell that, your story, and your person, and you're going to start looking for jobs. It's extremely difficult, but here's my recommendation. This is what helped me get a job. Is you have so many social platforms, right? LinkedIn, or universities have an in-house networking app. I would reach out to people part of your alumni group. Reach out to Bruins, Trojans, Oregon Ducks, whatever it be, and say, hey, my name is Matt. I'm graduating from UCLA. Really excited for what's next. I'm a little scared, but I wanted to connect and hear your story. I saw you've been working at Medtronic. You've been there 9 years. It seems like you like it. Any chance we could connect? What's going to happen is probably 9 out of 10 times, no one's going to respond. But keep your chin up and keep messaging people, and someone's going to respond, because a lot of people want to help others and give back, right? And eventually someone's going to respond, They're going to hear your story, listen to their story genuinely, and something will come out about it. For example, the biggest thing I recommend is if you see a job at a company, you need to get past submitting your resume. And to do that is I would connect with someone from that resume or from that company. So for example, if I wanted to work for Medtronic, I would go on LinkedIn and typed in Medtronic UCLA and see who pops up. Maybe there was someone that graduated a couple years before me. I kind of knew. I would reach out to them and say, hey, I haven't talked to you in forever. It looks like you're doing well. Can we talk about your job at Medtronic? If there's no one no one from clubs or anything, I would just start cold calling, cold emailing, cold messaging people and express that you're really interested in this company and you want to connect with them. They will give you a referral code. You can put that on your application. That will bump up your resume. No one's going to get you a job, but they're going to put you in a position to share your story, and that's really all you can ask. So this came to me today. I'm super excited. I hope these tips help. If you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, or anything for future content, throw it in the comments. I always love talking about medical device and hopefully shining a light. I think there's so many amazing jobs and careers, not just in medical device, but that you can use with a STEM degree that's outside of medicine. I think medicine is very noble. All my friends went into medicine. It's a very great career, but there's also other ways to apply your STEM degree to work with patients, to work in hospitals, to challenge yourself and have a really fulfilling career. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. A lot more content will be coming.